How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's truly Mystic here, and in today's video we're going over more bad changes slash decisions that Fortnite has been making to their game. This is similar to the last video where I just pretty much go over a few changes or weird things that they've been doing, and it's gonna be in no particular order, just gonna be addressing them and maybe start a conversation in the comment section. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave it a like and hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with each new video that I make. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, and once we hit that, I have big things coming up. Hint, hint, giveaway. But without further ado, let's get into the video. The item shop system. I think many people can agree with me that the current item shop system that we have now is just, it's shit. There can be days where things that have come out literally a week before come out again. There's days where there might not be anything in the item shop, like literally broken. And I don't think that's okay. I mean, this started happening like more recently. I'm not sure if it started happening in OG Fortnite or when Chapter 5 started. Regardless, it's pretty recent, and considering that this has never really happened before, it's pretty alarming and worth talking about at this time. I mean, like I said, you do have things that return literally from just a few days ago, but also stuff like repeated sections. Like, there's no reason to have the Durburger skin repeated twice here. And this isn't the only instance of this. I mean, we've had skins repeated in different sections for a couple times now, and I'm not sure why is this really a thing. It just makes the shop bigger than it needs to be, and smaller shops, in my opinion, were way better. I mean, I'm not saying that those OG smaller, super small shops were it, but I definitely think that these ginormous shops can be shrunken down just a little bit to make things a whole lot easier for everyone. I think I speak for everyone that we're tired of trash shops. And also, side note, these seasonal items that keep returning are not it. It's no time to be bringing out the Skull Trooper skin or the Gold Trooper skin. We're not in Halloween. We don't need to be bringing out these seasonal cosmetics that should only come out for when the season comes around. That's not cool, and it doesn't generate hype for when the season comes back. Yeah, item shop system definitely needs a rework, and AI better stop messing with it, just saying. Battle Pass rewards. Now, I think the Battle Pass rewards have been kind of a slowly growing problem over a couple seasons now, if anything, a few years now. We've used to get decent cosmetics or rewards in the Battle Pass, and I think we definitely have evolved from that, and the Battle Pass system itself has definitely evolved from that. But I just can't help but think there's something wrong with the current Battle Pass. I mean, you have one page dedicated to a particular skin, right? And I think that's really cool that each page kind of gets its own theme correlating to a specific skin. But what's weird to me is that the page right afterwards is just a page filled with edit styles. I think that's a complete waste of a page, and you could use those pages for something else entirely. I mean, am I the only one thinking that the edit styles for some of these skins are just kind of pointless? You already get edit styles in the quest rewards and bonus rewards. I don't think you need a whole page dedicated to an edit style of a skin. I don't think anyone really cares that badly if we did have the slap version of Peabody or not. Battle Pass cosmetics in the past never had this problem. You really only got one skin and that was it. There was no edit style. And I think everyone was fine with that back then. You didn't need to have an edit style. It wasn't until the overtime rewards came around where people started expecting a couple extra styles for the skin later on in the season. I think because there are so many cosmetics now in the game, you can give up some of these pages and include things like car skins, which is really important this season and is really weird why last season we got car skins, but in this Battle Pass where I think it matters the most, we didn't get any of that. You could even throw in Lego sets in there. Now, I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and me personally, I wouldn't like that, but it is an option. Instruments, and even jam tracks. I mean, you have a whole Pandora's box of cosmetics that you can throw in there. And back in the old days, you used to even get XP bonuses thrown in the past, which in my opinion were pretty cool. And I know they're not the best, but I kind of would like to see them come back. The point is, I think a lot of these slots and a lot of these levels are just wasted nowadays for just unwanted cosmetics. And I'm really hoping that eventually they flesh out the battle pass system more down the line. Here's a kind of grander issue that I think Fortnite's been having for a while now, but has really made a statement recently: nerfing instead of countering. Guys, I get it. The cars, they're overpowered. I've recently made a video talking about the latest season, and many of you have stated your concerns, saying that the cars were very overpowered and that they shouldn't be that way. And I do agree. I think when something is overpowered in the game, it does eventually need to be nerfed. But to the degree that the cars have gotten nerfed, I think that's a bit much. And there were so many ways that Fortnite could have combated the whole hop in a car and just ramp and shoot people meta than just nerfing them to the ground and then adding boogie bombs out of all items into the game. I mean, you had the anvil launcher, you had EMPs, which weirdly enough they're going to add eventually. I mean, you have these items in the vault that can counteract the cars, and yet you add the most, in my opinion, and I love the boogie bomb, but brain dead item to the game. All you have to do is hit a boogie bomb to a car and your opponent is just left there dancing until you can pop the most heavy hitting shot of your life onto them. This isn't just an issue with the cars. Last season we had Zeus's Thunderbolt, and I feel like there are items in the vault that you can use to combat some of these newer quote-unquote OP items instead of just nerfing them to the ground. And this is the thing, they always do this. Whether every new season comes out, they bring a really fun item, and then what do? They eventually nerf it, and it generates hype and fun for the game when it comes out, and afterwards, what happens? People start complaining and the numbers drop. Fortnite, if you want to keep your player base from declining, you have other ways of fixing the game rather than just nerfing things to the ground. You're not gonna make everyone happy, and that's okay. The game is gonna get a little unbalanced sometimes, but there are better decisions to make than the ones you're making right now. That's all I'll say for that. Storyline neglect. Do you guys miss Kevin the Cube? Do you guys miss the Rocket? The 7, do you guys miss any of that? We will never get that back. The Fortnite storyline is completely gone. Every chapter, it's just something different. Donald Mustard left, and the original storyline unfortunately left with him. You see, no one really knows what's happening in the Fortnite storyline, unless you ask some specific people who really get into it and figure these things out. But there's just no way that you can tell me there is an actual coherent and interesting, unique Fortnite storyline happening right now in the game. There really isn't. The only thing I can tell you right now, honestly, from my experience, is Jones and Hope are doing something on the island. Megalodon is doing something to the island. I don't really get it. It was a lot easier to understand once you saw a meteor in the sky and it eventually crashed down and hit. Now there's just so much going on with these dust storms or lightning bolts hitting the map. What does this mean? I don't know. It's so confusing. And things were simpler when we just had a cube roaming around the map. Things just don't connect the way they used to anymore. We don't know if the 7 is alive or dead. I mean, we really don't know for sure. Things in the story happen and never get looked up upon again. I hope that eventually pieces start connecting and we get more than just cute little references or Easter eggs to the chapter 1 storyline eventually. I really hope that this new CEO can build something bigger than what Donald has ever dreamed of. And finally, the last decision on this list: the lack of live events. I just miss live events. I miss the Fortnite concerts, Marshmello concert, Travis Scott concert. We haven't got one of those in a while. Now in the leaks, there may be something happening there, and I really hope something does happen from that. But for now, there just isn't a whole lot. Concerts aside, live events, there isn't a lot. Now, I'm not saying a live event has to happen every season. I think Fortnite spoiled us too much with the old live events, and we might expect a bit much from them nowadays, but I think Fortnite definitely needs to bring back live events in some way, and not those mini ones. I mean like timed, be there or you'll miss it live events. That's what I want to see every once in a while. Hopefully we can get one of those this summer. That'll be awesome and throw us back to the old days. But hey, we'll see what happens. And yeah, that's gonna be every bad, weird, whatever decision Fortnite's been making recently. Hopefully they don't mess up this game. I really want it to succeed and I want nothing but the best for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in a future vid. But until then, peace.